Well, hello and welcome back to Knife Delights. This is the older brother.
Gary,
How are you doing, Tom?
I'm doing just fine. We're here for part number 2 of your great antique store haul, aren't we?
Yeah, I spent 2 weeks traveling to the East Coast and just got back last week, and so I had to come show my brother all my finds.
I'm jealous, although we're not supposed to covet, but I'm kind of coveting right now. You've turned me into a sinner, Gary.
Yeah. So anyway, so this is sort of a mixed bag. A lot of these knives I just bought because they were unique. I didn't have anything like that, and so we'll just start out here with this little K-bar peanut.
Okay, Jesse McJames, he loves K-bar. Yeah. So you got pen blade there.
Yeah. And then here's the main blade.
Nice clip point there. Model, what is that? 1019?
Yeah.
Yep, number 1019. Cool.
So just a nice little been used knife, but not abused, it doesn't look like.
Yep.
So
Pretty
was
cool.
Cool. And then I have a Imperial, just two-bladed jack.
That's not. Oh, it's an advertising knife, isn't it?
Yes. Well, I'm not sure if it's advertising a brand or is that their steel is a razor blade stainless.
Oh, yeah, made in USA. Razor blade stainless. I have not seen that kind of printing on the knife, so I don't know.
But that sort of appealed to me because it had the little extra
Sure. Yeah.
information. So again, it's been used. You can see here where it's been used and a lot of rub on that end but
You got threaded bolsters on it.
yeah.
Pretty brass liners.
Brass liners. I haven't. I've just done an initial cleaning. I haven't had time. I've only been back for a week, and so I have several knives here. So
Sure, yeah.
They'll be due for cleaning.
You bet.
And then I got a couple unique ones. This is a Rogers from Sheffield, England. And so there's a unique. I started doing a little research on these symbols,
Right.
that been used for several 200 or 300 years, I guess, or something like that. But there's the tang stamp,
That's cool.
and
Now that's quite a. It's got a hollow grind, and it really goes up the blade there, doesn't
Yeah.
it? That's really a hollow grind there. Or is that a saber grind? I don't remember. No, I think it's a hollow grind. Okay. Yeah. Nice spear point blade on it, though.
Yeah.
And it's what, two-bladed?
yeah. So, well, it's the other end has this saw blade,
Cool.
and I have not found on any internet search a model number or
Right.
advertisement for a two-bladed one with this combination of blades.
Maybe someone from across the pond can help us out on this one. Yeah. Rogers out of Sheffield, England. Yeah.
So
That's pretty neat.
I just thought that was a real unique knife that I
Yep.
picked up.
Yeah.
And then
See, you just never know what you're going to find, do you?
Right.
You just never know.
And then, keeping things foreign, this is a Pastor Alman knife from Mexico. So, one of the USA knife makers decided to go, and I didn't write it down on my card. I think
it's a colonial.
Colonial.
Yeah, because
did the-
I just did what do they call it? The mountain guide. It looks like kind of the same pattern,
Yeah.
and the way they did these rivets here, and it just looks like a colonial
Yeah.
to me. But that doesn't mean for sure. But
So it has several blades. I know this awl is very sharp. How they did that. Notice that I started doing some cleaning here, and some of the oil's coming out. But So the lifter and the can opener.
Very
Again,
nice.
should have a cloth here to wipe it off. And then
Your main blade there. Your spear point. Yeah, pretty cool.
yeah. So
All right.
that was fun to start researching that.
Did you have an electrician's knife before?
No, I didn't.
Oh, well, congratulations.
So this is a TL29.
And
And this-
I will caution, just because it's stamped TL29 doesn't mean it went to the military.
Right.
They sold off excess in like Navy Army stores and stuff, but it is a TL29 pattern knife for sure.
Yeah. So it's a Camillus. This was very rusty when I bought it. So I've got the initial, but I haven't put my Dremel or anything to it.
Sure.
So this is just hand cleaning at this point. But it was really bad down inside. So
Is there any printing on that blade? Yeah. So it's still got the printing on. Oh, good. To release, push center lock to left.
Yeah.
That's terrific when that's still on there.
Yeah.
A lot of times that gets wore off.
yeah. So I saw that. I didn't have one. So, and since a lot of my engineering career was in the electrical part, I never had something like this. So that was sort of cool. And then I found a Colonial Barlo with these red covers. It just sort of stands out.
Yeah.
Again, it needs some cleaning. I just did some initial cleaning.
And you always wonder when you clean. On some of them you don't want to clean. You want to leave the character to
Right.
the knife, but you just want to make sure there's no rust on it. Then. As long as there's no rust, you're good to go. But yeah.
So
Okay.
that's fine. And then
You didn't have a Barlow before, did
No.
you? Okay.
and then it was Valentine's Day
Oh,
while we were
wow.
gone.
Okay.
So I found a knife for my Valentine's.
oh, wait a minute. We got to put a what do they call those when someone gets really scared? You got to let them know ahead of time. Something alert.
Danger alert.
No. Anyway, Brian Kennedy hates purple.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So Byron, avert your eyes right now. Okay.
So I found a
Trigger
rough
warning. That's what I'm.
trigger warning.
Okay.
I bought a Rough Rider for my wife, who's a purple lady.
Okay. Yes,
loves-
she is. She loves.
And so
purple.
I got this purple swirl, little single bladed knife.
That is very nice. Yep.
And
Match strike pole on it.
yeah.
Pretty cool.
So I said that's something she can put in her purse. And
Yep.
So-
Always have a knife.
So-
Okay. I think we have one left yet, Gary.
yeah, I skipped this one because this is a knife that I bought to repair to see. As we talked, I like to see the history or understand somebody use. Well, somebody really used this charade knife because it's sort of beat up. So there's the tank stamp. It's an Uncle Henry's, but you can see, but just the bolsters and stuff, it was used as a hammer, and a little of the wood is broken off that cover. It seemed like on some of this stuff is weld splatter. So this was a working man's knife.
Absolutely. Broken
And,
tip.
Yeah.
Did
and
some
so
prying.
He pried something he wasn't supposed to.
That's right. I've never done that. Have
no,
you?
I bet you never
I
have.
bet none of our viewers have ever done anything
Well,
like that.
I was a good Boy Scout, and I
Yeah.
never didn't want the corners of my totem chip
That's right.
tore off.
That's
so.
right. Yeah.
But so I thought I'd buy this. I didn't have something, and the price was quite reasonable because obviously it was broken. So I'll reprofile the blade there and see what I can do about cleaning up, or maybe I'll just leave it that way because then
yeah, it's a fine specimen the way it is. That's
and,
just a piece of
and
history.
I can use it,
Yep, that's right. Now that plus symbol next to Schrade means they switched to stainless steel. And
Right.
I think that was in the 90s. I know in their fixed blades that's the way it was, but that's what the plus sign means. Yep.
So again, just a scattering, and I hit one antique store that was just outrageous. It had an 8-foot glass case with 3 shelves, and it was just full of pocket knives and fixed blade knives. I mean, there was a box, probably 12 by 16, was just loaded with case knives.
Wow.
And I picked 4 or 5 out of that case, and I told the guy, I says, I better stop there, otherwise I'll have to hawk my car and with my wife in it outside.
Absolutely. I know the feeling.
But then I said, but I'll look through the rest of the store.
Mm-hmm.
There was a half a dozen more cases with knives in it.
Wow.
So I did buy a couple more after
Great.
that initial.
Great.
But, it was fun.
Yeah. Well, folks, this is part 2. Part 1, we kind of went over his buck knives and case knives. We have part 3. We're going to be going over his Boy Scout knives. So look for that video to come up. And then in part 4, we're going to do the fixed blade knives that he found. So until next time, Gary, what should they do?
Have a delightful day.
Thank you much, Gary.